Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bregadon. Let's head towards Quetza Temer. I did confirm off camera that I have no rumors to pursue, so we'll finally do the main quest. Or one of two main quests. The officers on one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days had passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noises. An enforcer squad sent to investigate reported that the denizens of the lower levels had regressed to animals and succumbed to depravity. The connection with the squad was shortly lost. The High Missionary of the Adeptus Ministorum became flushed with fury and condemned these as signs of the archenemy. High Bed of Heresy was cleansed with fire and prayer. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. So we've seen part of that encounter before. The end dialogue wasn't grayed out, so I wonder if this part was new. A trickle of disturbing news came from the navigation chambers over the last few days. Allegedly, there's a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified Leviathan had emerged from the rolling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hulk like an egg. Pray for salvation from the warp trap. The void ship crew did everything they could to release their vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp. The bulkheads groaned and snapped, entire chambers depressurized, and screams of people left alone with the warp spawn made Vox operators go mad as their hair turned gray. Yeah, we've definitely seen this part. At last, the navigator executed an emergency translation to real space, and only the opening of the escape portal made the unknown aggressor retreat. Alright, so we had seen that whole thing before. Permission to speak, Lord Captain. I guess permission granted. The Augur crew has registered activity in the orbit of Quetza Temer, one of the worlds of the Winterscale dynasty. According to the report, the Emperor's Vow, the flagship of rogue trader Calligos Winterscale, is positioned over the southern hemisphere. And this is all you have to report. No, of course not. Victus's Vox crackles nervously. The officers are about to extend the range of the wave emitters. In minor turn of the chrono, the Vox Master reports again. Lord Captain, the data has been updated. Quetza Temer's largest continent suffered from a moderate xenos planetary invasion. We also discovered the wreckage of several Eldari vessels on the periphery of the system. Another vessel crashed onto the world, causing minor seismic activity. A dozen shuttles of the Winterscale dynasty are patrolling the space directly above the crash site. I presume the xenos hunt is in full swing, and the hunter has already caught the scent of its prey. Drone, take me. Beg your forgiveness, Lord Captain. The Emperor's Vow has detected the empowered emanations of our augurs, as requesting permission to initiate Vox transfer. What would you have us do? What information does our librarium have on the Winterscale flagship? For a while, the Vox broadcasts only the clicking of Victus's metallic manipulators. The Emperor's Vow is a cruiser carrying up to 120,000 crew. Length overall, 6,000 meters. Beam, 1,000 kilometers. Estimated time of service in the Winterscale Dynasty fleet, several millennia. It is known for a fact that the ship has undergone many modifications, including the replacement of macro weapons for long-range laser batteries and short-range macro batteries. And I'm afraid this is all we know, Lord Captain. I've only been lucky enough to see an Avenger twice in my life. The Imperium Navy considers the ship to be something of a relic. a mighty yet clumsy vestige of the past. Its firepower is second only to the Imperium battleships, and I've heard quite a few stories about the fickleness of Avengers and the confusing design of their engines. Incredibly ancient, incredibly complex, incredibly unpredictable, and extremely demanding when it comes to resources. Had I been one of the Highborn, though unofficial, rulers of the Expanse, I'd definitely have chosen this void ship for myself. The Librarium of House Orsalio also held records on the Emperor's Vow. Its most famous owner, to be precise, Sebastian Winterscale, a fledgling rogue trader of great promise. It is not known how Sebastian acquired this ship, but Lord Captain Winterscale used it to traverse the Maw and find a new home in the Coronis Expanse. He held the Emperor's Vow. It will be done. By the grace of the machine spirits, the air gradually fills with discordant noises until the Voxmaster flips the last tumbler on the Cogitator's panel. Urbrecht ap Daf, or Dave. The Emperor's Vow sends its greetings to the glorious ruler of the Von Valancius dynasty. This is Urbrecht ap Dave, His Lordship Calligos Winterscale's Voxmaster, who has the honor of speaking on behalf of his lord today. The booming voice fills the air, startling a few officers on the bridge. However, feel that Urbrecht ap Dave's ostentatiously confident tone is meant to hide his concern. Not even the void of the cosmos can hide your anxiety, Urbrecht. Now speak. By the gold of the throne, the signs of Von Valancius are shrewd to a man. The Voxmaster loudly clears his throat, looking for the right words. You see, the Lord Captain had yet another heated argument with the esteemed Incendia Chorda, and he had a very good reason for his displeasure. I dare not discuss his lordship's affairs, but I can divulge that we set out to protect this dynasty's rightful domain from the invasion of the profane xenos. This is how we arrived here, at Quetza Temer. There is no better hunting ground when you need to cool off your head, I believe the Lord Captain said. We easily crushed the pathetic mockery of a fleet that was laying siege to the unfortunate world. Of course, most of the xenos fled, but we did reduce a few of their ships to chum for the void beasts. Voxmaster laughs cruelly. Something tells me the story does not end here. You see, your lordship, one of the Aldari ships crashed on Quetza Temer, so the Lord Captain chose to descend and finish off the elusive prey. But he's not been able to find his way out of the local woods for over 30 days now, and this concerns me greatly. Anticipating the next question, your lordship, no. I'm confident the Lord Captain is still alive. His body and spirit do not break easily. And besides, he's accompanied by Wharton the Grey, who would sell his soul if that helped to keep the Lord Captain out of harm's way. How could you not find your master over the course of 30 days? Things are not so simple, your lordship. The Lord Captain last contacted me from the landing point currently right under the Oath's belly. We lost about a dozen shuttles and several hundred scouts in the first days of the search, all of whom went down to Quetza Temer and never came back. Our shuttles were relentlessly sweeping the airspace where our people perished. This way, we were able to reduce the search area to just a few thousand kilometers, which still does not change the fact that people in the thicket are disappearing without a trace, and something is jamming the Vox transmissions. Was there anyone else with Calligos aside from this Wharton? A full hunting party consisting of half 100 hand-picked enforcers, and his lordship's personal retinue, naturally. So what do you want from me? A generous favor in return for a generous favor. Find Lord Captain Winterscale in Quetza Temer, and bring him back to the Emperor's Vow. I swear by the Golden Throne that I'll convince him to side with you in any conflict that occurs in the next 100 years. After all, I'm allowed to make deals on the Lord Captain's behalf while he remains unavailable. I do not care for the old man Winterscale. There is one condition. If I bring him back dead, the deal will be sealed by his successor. Herbert Abdave stays silent for an inappropriately long period of time. In this case, Warren the Grey best return in a body bag. The data transfer decree has been signed. My crew will send you the landing coordinates. May the God Emperor look after you. The Vox Master's thundering voice falls silent, and the machine spirits terminate the connection between the flagships of two great dynasties. I said of the. The Forest of Quetza Temer. Winterscale shuttle awaited its owner's return in vain.
I always have a backup plan.
Rusted containers for transporting supplies. The markings indicate that they're several centuries old. Attention. Box broadcast impossible. Error something. Attention. Botanical threat. Level Alpha 2. Mold, birds, and rodents have ruined these fruits of the local vegetation. Let's hang a left first. That's my go-to strategy. The shuttle disappears in the wild vegetation of the island. Several hours pass before the rogue trader finally admits that he has been aimlessly wandering around in circles. Any attempts to get back on track by retracing his steps have failed. Vox communication cannot reach the ship. Now it becomes clear how Calligos Winterscale could get lost on his own world.
Is it Wargold or a trap?
The Inquisition taught me many things.
Is there money to be made?
What is that?
Keep your wits about you.
Force hike lasts an entire day. In the golden rays of dusk, the rogue trader sees a small hill crowned with an aquila, a double-headed eagle totem made from the plasteel and rockcrete components of an ancient ship. The foot of the hill provides much less scenic view, however. The soil is stained brown from all the flesh smeared upon it, contrasted only by the white specks of bone shards mixed into the dried-up bloody mass. Oh, Andriel, Kalanane, and Itrisha, Micah will pay for your suffering. Suffering. The spirit stones are shattered, Sertan, and she with thirst has long finished her feast. We'll destroy them. Every Monkai who... Did you hear that? The Soul Destroyers are back. Cain, fill our hearts with fury.
Xenos scum! You don't belong in this galaxy!
You dare oppose us?
I'll make it happen.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Let's make some opportunities.
You've got a problem, I've got a price. Am I getting paid for
Nope.
this?
That's alright. It's not what I wanted, but we'll make it work.
Wolves reign! I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! See how.
A pitiful attempt.
Never cross a Kazbalikan.
We all walk our own path.
Fate shapes my actions. My path won't end here.
We all walk our own path.
I don't know why they're so winded.
I won't go down easy.
Rejoice in battle! Doubt is for the weak. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's
The
judgment.
ancestors.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Alright, I've got a plan.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Take care of these guys real quick because they're tearing Heinrichs apart.
Each strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
I will not fail the craft world.
Oh, wow. Okay. So far, you're up, I guess.
I'll see to it personally. My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
The wolf is on the hunt.
I'll see to it personally.
Feel the icy bite of death! I will carve runes out of your bones! Die in disgrace!
Or Heinrichs. No injury, though. The bodies of the Eldari were hacked to pieces with extreme brutality. Their wounds indicate it was done by a power weapon of some kind. The soil under the bodies has turned a rusty brown from the gore. Oh, it does have a trauma. It doesn't show it up here, though.
Look no further.
Let us not dawdle.
Ooh, Crucible of Torment. This weapon has an additional, extremely short range ability, 2 cells, and increased damage 50%. We're not going to use it. To the left once again. The skies break open, excuse me, with the heavy rain penetrating even the dense canopy of the forest. Luckily, the elements relent before long. As the sun emerges once more, the forest comes alive with the singing of birds accompanied by the quiet sound of falling droplets.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Magos, are you certain that this Nomus is not an abomination that requires immediate destruction? A creature from a cogitator that has taken over a mobile machine. It is only the absence of your approval that is stopping me from taking immediate action.
Don't even try it, Shireen. The cog loses his head at the mere sight of a new toy. All the Omnissiah's covenants and rules go right out the airlock, along with his usual caution.
I always have a backup plan.
Dweller of the Forest. They look human.
Is there money to be made?
The Forest Dwellers welcome the Sky Herald. The forest is our home, but the forest is angry. Peace with gods will appease the forest, and will live as we have before.
Let us not dawdle.
You say so.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
A group of lean young people surrounds you, shooting anxious glances between you and the gray-headed elder who has stepped forward. Unlike the rest, her skin is completely free of decoration, save for the two-headed eagle branded on her wrinkled forehead. Speaks the gods for Sara meeting Starborn. The woman's accent grates on the ears. Her words sound like a fusion of High Gothic and the most vulgar tongue of the rabble. Welcome to the heart of the forest. or leads ahead in her tribe have dwelt ever since the rule of Quetza Temer himself. This ruler has ordered her tribe to prepare a feast and warm shelter for our starborn guests. Please, make yourselves at home. The outer shifts her gaze to Ulfar. Great spirit of the Eagle God, we're glad to see you. This ruler will have the joints of your iron skin anointed with the oil of dire oak acorns, so that they never corrode. And you'll have sacred symbols drawn on your precious skin, so that the spirits of this place may have no fear of you. Ulfar grunts in approval. Hospitality is the banner of a worthy tribe. Respect for the spirits is the banner of a wise one. A fine planet. Food and shelter. Jai's eyes light up. So long to our worn-out boots and sodden cape, Shireen. My homeworld has a wise rule. Never dismiss the hospitality of those who consider you their overlord. Who are you? We're the children of the Fiery Mother, and the Pale Father who look after us by day and guard us by night. The faithful servants of the two-headed Eagle God, who shields our lands from misfortune with his wings. We're the ungone forest-dwelling children of the earth, and the guardians of the temple of Quetza Temer, the first starborn to have ever set foot on the virgin soil of this land. The Eagle God, you say? Is it his brand that is burned on your forehead? Oh yes. The elder nods respectfully. Many seasons have changed since this ruler received the Eagle God's blessing and became the leader of this tribe. Only those close to the gods are allowed to bear their brands, and this ruler is one of them. The lost souls have forgotten the true image of the God Emperor. The only reminder they have is the sacred Aquila. Argenta shakes her head sadly. Calligos Winterscale should concern himself with educating his worlds, instead of indulging his craving for the hunt. I thought that Quetza Temer was the name of this place, but you speak as if it were a figure from the past. The legends of this place claim that a long time ago, the first among the Starborn descended upon this world together with this ruler's ancestors, created the ancient cities and temples, and brought the blessing of the Eagle God onto these forests and lands. The fast-flowing time has erased the Starborn's name from the minds of the people. Only his title remains, Quetza Temer, the first of the chosen, the Sky Herald of the Eagle God, and the Father of Tribes. Why do you call me Starborn? Because you're the Sky Herald of the Eagle God, created by him from the stars' glow and the night sky's darkness. The one who carries his seal in your image, clad in the armor of our ancestors' most ancient prophecies. Was my coming here foretold? Oh yes. Speaks with gods is the priest of this tribe, and this ruler's half-brother. He listens to the forest and calls to the earth, wards off the punishing lashes of the skies, and speaks to the Eagle God on behalf of our tribe. Before disappearing in the wandering forest, he told this ruler to prepare for your arrival. I presume this priest is another unsanctioned psyker with a gift of divination. Heinrichs tiredly pinches the bridge of his nose. What else does Speaks with Gods predict? The Elder's gaze darkens. Quetza Temer is enraged by the invasion of the spirits from the darkness that have called a rain of fire and metal upon this world. He demands blood, and blood shall sate the soil. No matter the path chosen by the gods who have come to right the wrong. You think that several gods have set foot on Quetza Temer. This ruler has already had the honor to greet a Starborn, as strong as a saber-toothed boar, as nimble as a forest jaguar, and as wise as a three-tongued guardian snake. Like a whirlwind, he charged into Quetza Temer's forest, facing the spirits from the darkness that had descended upon the world 3 10-day moons before. Starborn had lost his priest in battle, so he ordered this ruler's brother to help him trace the spirits' footsteps and cleanse Quetza Temer of their filth. When Speaks with Gods left his home, something enraged the forest. Thus both the Starborn and this ruler's brother were trapped by the ever-changing paths and lurking evil spirits. After making sense of the Elder's speech, you realize several important things. Calligos Winterscale did, in fact, make planetfall in Quetza Temer. It seemed that he lost a psyker in battles with xenos and replaced him with a priest possessing psychic powers. When they ventured into the forest, which drove the local flora into a frenzy, and the priest could not calm it in the middle of the forest labyrinth, because the ritual can only be conducted in the village. Do you know where your brother and the other Starborn are now? The woman shakes her head. The Eagle God Sky Herald wanted to find the den of the spirits from the darkness and destroy it. But the forest of Quetza Temer is as endless as the skies above. Where the sky touches the forest's edge, the Deadlands begin. The realm of the dead whence there is no return. How do you even survive in these forests? Speaks with gods, hears the whispers of the leaves, and can commune with the tree spirits. The entire tribe participates in his soothing rituals, and that allows this ruler and her people to tread on safe paths. In a stern, brusque manner, Ulfar asks with interest. Offerings of game, protective amulets on the trails. After receiving an affirmative answer, he gives a firm and satisfied nod. And how exactly do we conduct the soothing ritual? The ritual requires a site imbued with the powers of Quetza Temer, the heart of our village, and a priest to perform it. Alas, the Fire Rain claim many of this ruler's priests, and thus this ruler's tribe can only pray for the mercy of the Eagle God and his Starborn Sky Heralds. Nevertheless, this ruler knows that you will bring Speaks with Gods home, and soothe the force of Quetza Temer. The prophecies of the priests have never betrayed our tribe before, and thus this ruler asks you to forget about your worries and rest here, in the heart of the forest. Then I wish to rest. It is an honor for this ruler's tribe to serve you, O Starborn. Follow the path of lights, you will find your shelter, food, and water. When you decide that it is time to follow the priest and your Starborn kin, this tribe will pray to the Eagle God himself for your success. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Next time we will check out more of this village. Possibly speak with Who Leads Forward again. And take all their stuff. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.